Holywiremod here, and this is going to be the fourth video in the developer commentary series for SCPRP. We're going to be taking a look at the chat commands and the FAQ section. So let's look at the chat commands. And here we have a bunch of commands. Some have an asterisk by them, some don't. The ones with an asterisk are for admins only and are likely for the owner actually, because a lot of these will actually help set up the game mode. So let us go into the first command, which is going to be admin command. So I can send a message to the entire admin staff by typing /admin and saying help or something. It'll appear in red text for entire staff to see. And also remember real quick that you can actually click the commands button right here. We can get a list of the commands like this as well. So the next command then is the advert command, which will allow us to send an in-character message to advertise something. So we can say advert selling guns. Alright, and then we have clear card button and set card button, and with an access level for set card button. Now what this does is allows you to go to a door like this, like see how I can open it just normal. Let's say I want to set it to where you need a key card to open it. So we'll say set card level, and we'll say, or set card button, not card level, set card button, and we'll put 1 for key card level 1. So now when I press E on this, it doesn't open. However, there happens to be a key card right here. So we'll do that, and now we can open it. And likewise, let's get rid of this. I will then remove it. So you see I press E on it, nothing happens. So we will say clear card button. And when I do that, now I can press it and use it as normal again. So let's then go into the next command, which is going to be clear EV zone, and then we have set EV point A, set EV point B, and set EV zone. Now all these are used for creating in-game triggers, so we don't have to go into the map editor and make them. So by doing that, we can go here and say set EV point A, and then let's say we want to make a box in this giant area, so let's say set EV point B, and then we go set EV zone, and we give the zone a name, so some name. Now this will open as soon as you do that, and it requires an event file, and this event file is going to have all your information for the triggers. We get into that a little bit later. Now this includes like entering and exiting and while you're in the trigger zone. So we can see if it's player triggered, we can tick that. We can make it a buy zone, or we can make it activatable by a button, which is useful for SCP-914, for example, which is the machine which changes all the items from one to the other, destroys them or whatnot, depending on setting. Anyway, let's get out of that. Likewise, you can also clear EV zone and put some name, and it'll get rid of it once it's created. Alright, so next we have clear spawn points for the class, and then we have set spawn point for class. Now these two commands are for setting the spawn points for your different classes, of course. So if I want to set another one for the class D, I can say set spawn points, and then I'll say class D, and that'll be my class. Or I can say MTF or whatever class here. And I'm not going to do that because then I'm going to have to clear it. So, and when you clear the spawn points, you have to clear all the spawn points. So we say clear spawn points, and then we'll say class, and it'll get rid of every single spawn point, so you can reset them accordingly. And again, I'm not going to do that because class D have a lot of spawn points, and that's a lot to reset. Alright, so let's move on. And then we also have item points. So we have the clear item point and set item point, and then we have the item following. So this is useful because all the items, they will spawn X amount of seconds, where you can actually define that in the configuration setting. Alright, so let's go down here, and here we have an example of an item that spawns. So just by simply looking at the spot and saying set item point, and we'll say maybe documents 173, that'll spawn an item for 173 every 2 minutes where I'm looking. Or we can clear the item points, which will get rid of all of the item points for document 173. So just so I don't have to reset it again, I don't want to actually go through with that. Now we have a give money command, which will be used to transfer the funds from your character up top. So we can do that by, let's say, looking at the person, so this computer would be the person. Then we say give money, and then we give some amount, give them something over 9,000. How about that? Alright, so I can't give money to a computer, so of course it's not going to work. Next we have the out of character chat, which we use for SCPRP. You'll see that quite often, but I decided to implement it into SCPRP as well, so we can say sup biscuits or whatever we want. And notice it's also color coded along with the chat, so it makes it more apparent what chat's which. So we can set our RP name. So up here, say Holywiremod. You notice at the top, that's my RP name. So if I go RP name, say I can say Dr. Holywiremod, make it famous, or make it nice. All right, and then set it back to Holywiremod just to show you it works. So you can have a first and a last name, which is pretty awesome, or a title, like I just showed you. So next we have set admin level, which the owner will use to set the admin level of players below him. We have set card by, we went over that. Otherwise, lastly, we have the yell command. So we can actually yell a message to the entire server like this, and it'll give it like a slight reddish kind of color to indicate a yell. Alright, so that's going to cover all the chat commands. Now for those who are new players coming in, they're kind of confused, I have a frequently asked questions section, which they can go here and say, okay, what is SCP, how do I play it, why can't I use all the classes, and all this stuff. And it's really useful to kind of give new players a feel for what's going on. And also have like little jokes in here, like we have redacted and data expunged to reference the SCP wiki and kind of keep it close to the game. But anyway, that's going to conclude that section. If you guys actually have any more ideas for some more chat commands you think would be a good idea, please let me know. Of course, I'm still in the development phases for this game mode, so it's still not too late to add anything. But anyway, if you guys like this content, feel free to like, subscribe, and share. And until then, I will see you guys on the next video.